Hello, 𝐤𝐨𝐲𝐩𝐸𝐲𝐢𝐴𝐻 here, your authentic self embodiment queen. And today is an intentional Monday because every day, whatever that happens, whatever that you do, however that you respond or react, whatever that is happening, it all starts with your intention. If you don't have an intention, you're just going to be driven anyway. You're just going to be anywhere where the energy takes you, where the circumstances take you. But if you have an intention, it it becomes an anchor. You can imagine when you wake up in the morning and your intention to have an amazing, beautiful, joyful, orgasmic day, and you set a tone of how that day is gonna be like. When you go around and you meet people who they're angry or whatever that they're feeling, come on, you just send them a smile and you wish them well, because you have something that kind of it sort of keeps on pulling you back to say this is your intention for the day. And for the topic that I want you to ask you for this intentional Monday is what's stopping you from unleashing your passion. And I don't want you to think, I want you to sit with that because we're talking about embodiment. When you breathe in and sit with that and just ask yourself, am I living my passion? If not, what is stopping me? What are you feeling? What is your body sharing with you? Because you might be feeling some sensations. Where you feeling them? Is it like excitement, joyful sensations, or it's kind of like that anxiety, and you feel like I'm not gonna make it. A part of you just wants to give up and all that. Well, what is that you're feeling, and what are you willing to do about it? As I mentioned, um, I put in a testimonial about someone who I had a call with. And before our call, she never imagined that she could earn money doing what she loves. And I want you to sit with that. And I know I'm one person who, the time when everything, sort of like the puzzle, just everything fell into place, I was blown away. Um, I mean, I literally cried. I cried because I never thought in my mind. I've never imagined myself being the kind of person who has the confidence to even talk on a video like I'm doing now, to be on a stage, talk to people, to help a lot of people using my gifts and all that. Although it's something that I kind of like, it was kind of like buried at the back of my mind, but I never had the confidence to do it. I always lived in I don't know what I don't know what I want to do. I still remember 10 years ago when the company I was working for was retrenching, and the person who was called there to cancel people who were being retrenched um, asked me, "Are you sure accounting is your thing?" And I was happy that he asked me that. I was like, "I know it's not. But I don't know what I can do. I don't know what I like." And I was thinking about a lot of things. And for me to finally get to know what is my unique thing, what is it that really lights the fire in my belly and really believe that I can do it, I had to find myself. It's another thing to see, like, which is out there, kind of like find what's making money and go ahead and do it. One thing that I know is that when I wake up in the morning with this, I want to make money. It's more in my head, right? It doesn't anchor me in this. There's no grounding in that. But there is something when I go to the purpose, is like why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why am I helping people integrate the pain, the fear, the grief, the suffering, the imprints, the patterns, the beliefs that are in their body? Why am I helping people do that? Because I know how it is to live in your head. I know how it is to be in fear. I know how it is to be held back by your conditioning and your programming. Like I mentioned about the lady who just saw something that I shared, and she's like, "Oh, I didn't know that you do this." And I'm like, "Yeah, it's just one of the things of it's just one of the hobbies because I have this energy and I'm trying to create a lot of things." And she's like, "I love doing this." And I asked her, "Do you know that you can make money doing what you love?" You know, and we jumped on a call, and due to the nature of my work, we got to a breakthrough. And when we released that, she felt it. She felt it, and for her, well, like one thing that she just described, of course, she was like, I'm just feeling nauseous. And you can just imagine when you are carrying all that is making you feel nauseous, but you don't know. You're just going around doubting yourself, being in your head and telling yourself a lot of stories of I cannot. You can if you believe. You can if you know who you are. What would that feel like if you have that clarity? If you know this is actually you don't know if you feel it, because there is that knowing of the mind, and there is that knowing of you being one with it. I always talk about being orgasmic and all that. And for me, when I sit down and write my content, when I sit down and do my creation, I'm feeling this orgasm because there's this energy that just comes in within me, that I just feel within me, that is just vibrating within me. It's not the I don't feel the pleasure when I do something, whatever. It's kind of like it lives in me. It is that energy that flows within me, you know. So I just want you to sit with that and tell me what your intention is around your passion. Do you go around doubting yourself, believing that you cannot make money from what you love, which is a lot of stories that I hear from the people who jump on the call and talking about the call? Because one of the things that I can just share with you is that clarity is power. When you have that clarity, it doesn't matter whether, you can tell yourself stories where it's kind of like it's just so messed up. I don't even know what to do. Where at times you end up going with I don't know, because it feels safe to say I don't know, and it also excuses you from taking responsibility. But when you go and sit with someone, you get to have that clarity, which is power, because from there you know where to go, what decision to make, what choice to make, what is the next step that you get to make, so that you can get from that mixture, that mess, that I don't know stories, that doubt, that I'm unworthiness, whatever that you just carry with you. And it is different for you because you are just an amazing unique being, and what you can do no one else out there can do. There's so many people. It's kind of like this. A lot of coaches, a lot of energetic practitioners, spiritual counselor, healers, whatever you call it. But one thing that I can tell is the way we do it is different. The way I do is different, and you cannot do it like me, and I cannot do what your unique thing, what is really yours. I cannot do it like you do. So do not rob the world of what you are here to deliver. Do not rob yourself of the amazing pleasure, that passion, that fire that is within you. What would it take for you to really know what you're here to do? What would it take for you to know that you can be paid for what you love? If somewhere in your mind you're kind of like, nah, I cannot be paid for what I love, already that's a message that you're just receiving. And where are you feeling that? Where are you feeling that? And what do you intend to do with it? I would leave you with that on Intentional Monday, and I hope you have an amazing, beautiful, joyful, orgasmic week while you are tapping on your passion and setting an intention to say, do I really want to be here next year this time around? Living in these thoughts, doubting yourself, whatever that is happening to you, because whatever challenge that you're dealing with, it's unique for you. But at times it's worth it to raise your hand and say, I need some help. I want to have some clarity here. And I can give you an amazing, beautiful job if you can just raise your hand and say, how can I book a clarity call? I would like to know where I stand. And the beautiful thing with what I do, due to the nature of my work, there is that 30% healing that you receive. How awesome is that? Isn't that transformational? Because there is a lot of information out there. So I'm coming through to give you the transformation. Even if it's a clarity call. I want you to live the clarity call feeling different, being aware of something that you are not aware of. I'll leave you with that. Have an orgasmic evening, day, night, wherever you are. Much love.